Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Unreal Engine tutorial, and this is coming off the back of my previous tutorial on smooth camera rotations. Now for third person it worked perfectly fine. For first person people were having some issues, so I've taken the time to look into it. And it's not too dissimilar and not too difficult, so I'm going to get going. But I mean, the issue we have here is the same as the last one. We're on first person, and it is extremely jarring. This setup that I've got here is pretty much the same as all my other tutorials that I have, so I mean, feel free to view those videos. I'm not going to go over this bit again because it's kind of pointless. But we need to be into our C++. Now, and if I come over to here, we have our lerp alpha, the same as in the third person video. We have grav change. We don't need working rotation. We need working gravity because of first person, the camera is actually, the mesh is attached to the camera, not the other way around, so it's not on a spring arm. So we need to adjust the gravity rather than the rotation vector. So with that, we have our working gravity, and what we're going to do is we're going to come into the top here, and we're going to have our working gravity is F math lerp. We're going to use a lerp this time. Working gravity direction, and our lerp alpha, which is our variable from the last one. If you haven't implemented it, it's just a float variable here. I am going to get rid of the grav change only because I only implemented that in the last one for completion. This is just for demo purposes. I'm not really that worried if this one runs, so we'll just go from there. The things that we need to do now is anywhere that this gravity direction is being used past this point needs swapped out for our working gravity, because we want to, all of this wants to lerp from our before to after gravity direction. So in theory, providing I haven't actually typoed anywhere, yeah, for the previous tutorial, obviously we updated the control rotation. You do not need to do that if you're doing a first person one, but you do need this code. Okay, so the only thing I have done is, it's on the other screen, instead of the 150 for the R interp, we're now doing lerp, which actually requires more values between 0 and 1. So I've set this to 0.1 for the moment, just for proof of concept. And if we come in here, we can now see that that was a nice smooth transition. So if I take that, move you over here, if I now come over to here, we now have a smooth rotation between them. Bear in mind, if you're doing this in multiplayer, you will probably look a little bit weird, only for the fact that it is a slower transition. And that is going to be, the slower transition is on the whole thing. So the whole thing. So the arms and everything else is also going to have a slower transition between them. But at 0.1, it's actually less noticeable anyway, so you're probably all right with that. But that is it for this video. It was just a short one, just to answer a question, that this is exactly where you need to put your gravity for lerping in first person. Thank you very much for joining. I really hope this helps somebody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.